Perry bottle, I didn't use the one I brought. I brought like the Freedom Mom one that kind of like shoots up, so it's easier to use than the hospital one they give you. I didn't mind the hospital one at all. I know a lot of people are like, you're gonna want your like better one. Didn't use it. Still haven't used it at home. I'm still using the hospital one. I don't mind it at all. I think it's just as easy to use. Robe, didn't put my robe on. Nipple cream, I might have used if they didn't give me some. They gave me some, so I just used theirs. Silverettes, didn't use. And then handheld fan, I thought I would use. I probably would have if I had time to prepare for before we started pushing. But like I said, it just happened like that. All of a sudden, I went from like 6 centimeters to like having to push. So didn't even have time to think about grabbing a fan. But then again, my hospital had a nice floor fan. I don't know if it was on. I don't think it was on when I was giving labor, but like actually like pushing. But I think while I was contracting, they had the fan on the whole time. A nice fan that was blowing on me. This video is going to be a lot longer than I thought it would. So for the baby, we brought a baby blanket to wrap him in and then run home before we went home so the dogs could smell it. So we used it for that reason. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have used a blanket. And then we had a sign with his name and stuff, so I brought that for pictures, used that. Onesie, clothes, we have a baby name sweater we took pictures in, and then his car seat, obviously. Stuff I brought that I did not use for him was an empty diaper bag. Some people said that was nice to put all the extra stuff in that the hospital gives you, but like I said, I just used my plastic bags and it was a lot easier. And then little mittens so he didn't like scratch himself, didn't use those. I know like one of the onesies he brought had the like attached little mittens, and a nail file. We did not clip his nails at the hospital or anything, so we did not end up using that. I brought our like electric nail file, but didn't use it. All I wrote down for Dad, he did not have much at all, but he used everything he brought because all he brought were some extra clothes, charger, toothbrush, toothpaste, and his computer. He used his computer to put some Friends on so he could watch that instead of scrolling through the channels on the TV, because there was not a ton on the TV. And then there's a couple things that I didn't bring that I wish I had, but wasn't a big deal. Everyone said bring snacks, and I was like, no, it'll be fine. So I didn't bring snacks, and there was times where we could not order food because the kitchen wasn't open or whatever. So I was like, I wish I had some snacks. Technically, there was a vending machine, and they had a fridge with a couple things, so it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't like I starved. And dry shampoo, just because right after labor, I felt so gross, but I didn't want to shower yet. My hair was just really greasy, and I wish I had some dry shampoo just to like freshen up real quick, but not a big deal.